What is up, guys? Sumi here with ThoughtCast, and today I'm going to be telling you how to find a man that's ready to get in a relationship with you. How to find those men that are ready to settle down, start a family, and really build with you. On a day-to-day basis, I get so many DMs, so many messages from women all over the world saying, all these men want to play games. These men are not serious today. These men are not men today. They don't want to take care of a family. They don't want to start a relationship. They just want to hook up. They just want to have fun. And they just want to not be serious about building with someone. And look, I get your pain. I really do. And part of this is due to society today. I will agree with you. But a large level of this is you not understanding how to find a man that's ready to settle down and not being that person that he wants to settle down with. Let me back up here for a second. For all the women that are watching this video, right, there may be some of you that want to hook up and party and drink and dance and smoke and do all this kind of stuff. I'm not talking to you. If you want to do these things, go party, go do these things. You're not going to find a guy that's going to take you seriously, because I think a lot of women want a man that's going to be serious about them, but they're not going to be serious about that man. And I'm coming at you guys kind of hard here. Most of you women that want a man that's ready to settle down with you, you're not exhibiting characteristics of a wife, of a woman that's good to settle down with. Are you willing to help this man build, succeed, grow? Are you willing to be more conservative if he wants you to be more conservative? Are you willing to listen to him if he says he doesn't want you to do this, that, and the third? Are you willing to abide by his boundaries? Are you willing to help him and really be that person to support him emotionally and to respect him? Because love is not love for a man. Love is respect for a man. Men need respect. Are you willing to be led? Are you willing to be submissive in certain characteristics? And some of you out there will be like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And for those of you, I say, hey, look, it's just going to be a lot harder for you to find a man that wants to settle down with you. Because these are the things that men look for. Men want a woman that's nurturing, empathetic, loving, caring, loyal, honest, transparent, conservative, submissive. Men want these characteristics in a woman. And some of you women out there are wanting men that are willing to settle down, but you're not exhibiting these characteristics. You're a girlfriend. You're a single woman right now, and you're exhibiting those characteristics, and you're not ready to bring a man into your life. Because when a man is looking for a woman to settle down with, he is looking for a wife. He's not looking for a girl that exhibits girlfriend characteristics or that is acting single. He is looking for a woman that's acting like a wife. That is where those men will start to approach you and start to really come at you. So the first thing you got to understand is you got to get in the mindset of getting settled down. You've got to get in the mindset of taking yourself seriously and being that person like, okay, I am a wife. I am someone that wants to meet someone that wants to marry me, that wants to settle down with me, that wants to be in a really serious partnership with me. Number one, get in the mindset of settling down and be a woman that's worth settling down for. Number two, okay? Go for guys that are telling you that they're ready to settle down. This is so obvious. And I know some of you might say, oh, he might say that, but he doesn't necessarily mean it. Yes, I get that, but I'm not talking about that right now. Some of you girls will go and date guys that are telling you straight up, hey, I'm not ready to settle down. I'm not ready for something serious. I don't necessarily want this at my time in life. And you'll still pursue this guy, and you'll try to convince him to change and to settle down with you because you feel like you're the prize and you feel like you're going to get him to change who he is. Wrong. If a guy is telling you that he's not ready for this right now and you still pursue him, you're reinforcing the mindset of him not being ready. You're reinforcing that thought process of him saying, hey, look, I told this girl I wasn't ready for anything serious and she wants to be serious with me. Seems like a win to me. And he's going to, number one, understand that you don't respect yourself enough to find a guy that's willing to settle down and you're willing to be in this state of limbo. That's the first thing. Number two, he's going to understand that you're not realistically ready to settle down because you're still chasing men that are not ready to settle down. And number three, he's just going to realize that he can be selfish in this situation. And a guy that's a wonderfully good guy, if given the ability to be selfish, will probably engage in the ability to be selfish if it's not harming anyone. It's not hurting you, right? He told you up front. He gave his transparency and his conditions up front. So what's the harm? You decided to do it. That's your fault. So when you talk to guys that are literally telling you that they're not ready to settle down, that is not good. Now, exception here, if he's building and he's in a stage of his life where he's like, hey, look, I'm trying to get to a level where I'm going to be financially stable and I want to build a family, then kind of 50-50 there. Because he could be lying to you, which I'll get into here, but he's also being honest with the situation. He's also letting you know that he wants to do this. So that's not a bad thing. But let's focus on the men that are really ready to settle down. Let's focus on the idea of finding a man that's ready right now. Because look, men do lie. Men will tell you that they're ready to settle down and they want to be in something serious and they really don't. And this is where you have to really look for actions and those really discernible traits and those characteristics that show you that a man is ready to settle down. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what are the things that you should be looking for in a man for him wanting to settle down. Number one, financial stability. Before anything, you have to have a man that is financially stable. If you are talking to a guy that is not financially stable and is not able to raise a family, because money is oxygen when raising a family, then no matter what happens, when you start getting serious in the talks of settling down, the money problem is going to show up, the financial problem is going to show up, and it's going to be a blockade. I'm not telling you that you needed to go date a millionaire or a guy that's making a lot of money per se. You just need to be able to date a guy that's ready to take care of himself, that's willing to pay his own bills, that's willing to take you out to a restaurant or willing to pay for certain things in the relationship in itself. I'm being serious right now. You want to settle down with a man, you need to be able to date a man that is financially stable. This also comes onto you as well. You can't date somebody if you're not financially stable. You shouldn't even be out here going on dates if you're not able to afford the date in itself. I'm being so serious right now. There are so many women out there that tell me, oh, I want a man that makes $500,000. I want a man that's making this much amount of money. But they can't even pay for their own dinner. They can't even pay for a date out with their friends. They go out to bottomless mimosas with their girlfriends, and the bill comes around, and one girl's going to put it on her card, and, she's like, Venmo me this money, and they got to look away, or they got to say, oh, I'll get you later, or they've got to dim their screen to look at their Chase bank account. They got to do that stuff. If you're a woman that's living paycheck to paycheck and you're not saving up and you're not actually building yourself up financially, you should not be even asking for a man that's financially stable. You can ask for a lot if you are financially stable yourself. As long as you're able to take care of yourself, take care of your nails, take care of your hair, then you're going to be in a position where you can negotiate for that man. For all those women that are looking for a man that'll bankroll their life, men are going to look at you as dependable. They're not going to look at you as an asset or valuable for their life. If a man is going to settle down with you, he doesn't want someone that's going to be a dependent. He wants someone that's going to bring him value in different aspects in life. He will take care of you. He will do these things if you can take care of yourself, not if you're coming with your hands out looking for a handout. That's not what's going to make you attractive. That's going to make you someone that's opportunistic, and that's going to make him understand, look, I can do this for this girl at this one situation, and I can get access to her, and then I'm going to dump her and leave her and drop her. So all those women out there that are looking for a man to pay for them and take care of their life, you've got to get your stuff together first. I know you don't want to hear it. I know there's a lot of coaches out there that say, oh, go date a man and become financially stable, blah, blah, blah. Like, that is not what's going to allow you to attract those high-quality guys in your life. High-quality men will not put up with your nonsense. They're not going to put up with your lack of financial stability. They're going to look for you to be able to take care of your own life. Have a little apartment, have your own car, have your own things going for you. And then they're going to come in and give you the benefit of their presence, of their value, of their financial stability, all the above. Number two, he wants to start a family. He's talking about kids. He's talking about raising a family and creating a legacy. And this comes down to a guy that wants legacy. High-quality guys want to create some kind of legacy for themselves a lot of times. And you've got to understand that in order to do that, he needs to find a woman that's going to give birth to that legacy, to create that legacy, to stabilize that legacy for him, to nurture and to create that emotional support for that legacy. Kids are the ultimate legacy, obviously. A man that wants a family and to raise children, that is a man that's ready to settle down. A man that's talking about having kids, and he wants to have a big family, and he wants to spend time on those holidays. Like, start asking men about, hey, do you want any kids? And what kind of lifestyle do you want if you have these kids? Do you want to spend the holidays together? Do you want to have a big family? Do you want to have a small family? Do you want to constantly be traveling? Do you want to put them in public schools? Do you want to homeschool them? Start talking about your shared values and your shared beliefs. A lot of times, men won't lead with the idea of starting a family, but they'll start talking about it if you start talking about raising a family. And you've got to tell him and kind of give him that idea of you being a wife. Let him know, hey, look, I love children. I want to have as many kids as my man would want me to have. And I want to be able to give love to my kids and provide and protect for them in ways that my family wasn't able to do for me. And so when you start saying these things, men start to understand, like, wow, this woman is amazing. Oh, my God, I want to talk about settling down with her. I want to talk about, how I want to settle down. And you can bring that out of him. Number 3, he craves true romance. He's a romantic. He likes to make you happy. He likes to do things for you. And he's not interested in meaningless casual sex. Now, this is going to lead into number 4 here. Now, a lot of men are very much wired to engage in new sexual behavior. Now, the woman that's more attractive than the girl that he slept with is the girl that he didn't sleep with that's fully clothed. And this is a very weird saying, but it's true. Men want what's different. But the men that are not interested in casual sex anymore are the ones that are ready to settle down. Trust me, there are guys out there that are 35 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old that still want to hook up with women. But there's men out there that get to a certain point where they've just dealt with so many women. And this is me, myself, where I've been around with a lot of women. I've slept around and I've done things, and I don't want it anymore. It brings me no value. It takes away from my time. It's just not beneficial to me, and it's not going to build me. And I'm going to trickle into this later here, but I don't want casual sex anymore because I've already done it. And so you've got to understand those are the type of men that you want. The men that are not interested in casual sex. They want a serious partner. They want to retain more than obtain, and they want to give and nurture and be romantic. They're more interested in romance than one-night hookups. So this is the next thing I'm going to talk about. Number 4, they're possessive about you. They're controlling to a degree. This is a very good sign that a guy is willing to settle down. He's interested in what you're doing. He's interested in your past a lot of times. He's very, very discouraging of promiscuous behavior. The men that are okay with what you've done in the past, you going out, you partying, you drinking, you hooking up with all these other dudes, trust me, they are not ready to settle down. They are not looking to settle down with you. They are looking to be engaged with you in some lustful experience or even have you as a friend, but they ain't looking for you as a life partner. I'm telling you this right now. The man is very particular about your friends, about what you do, about the things that you've done in your past. He is investigating you to be a potential candidate to be his next wife, to be his partner, to be someone in a serious commitment. When he's coming and he's asking these questions, you might feel like, oh, this guy is so serious. He's so strict. He's not allowing me a lot of freedom. That is what comes with the territory sometimes. That is what comes with settling down with the man, because any man that's serious about a woman is going to look through her past and really lift up every rock and stone and mountain to find out what's going on, to see who he's going to have on the side of his arm. The best jewelry a man can wear is a woman that is very loyal, that is very respectable, and that has a lot of value. The worst thing a man can do for himself is to have a woman that's not loyal, that's been out here. When I see a guy date a girl that's low quality, I automatically know that this guy is low quality. I don't care how much he's making. I don't care what he's doing. If I see this successful man with a girl that's promiscuous, that's out here and about here, look, you're already an L for me, bro. I don't even want to deal with you. Straight up. I've walked away from business deals from guys that have a low-quality woman because I know that their life is not put together. I know that this woman is drawing hell into his life, and he's never going to be stable emotionally, mentally, and that might manifest in the future if it's not manifesting right now. So I've walked away from business deals with guys. I've walked away from friendships with guys that have really, really unstable or crazy or toxic relationships. Understand, if a man is really giving you those questions of, how many relationships have you had? Who have you dated? Where have you been? And he kind of wants you to be a little bit more conservative, and he wants you to be less out there. These are green flags in a sense. No man that really loves you, that really wants to settle down with you, that wants you to be his wife, is going to want you out at a club, drinking, partying, smoking, engaging in vices, talking to guys, being flirted with. Nobody wants that. No guy wants. They're very territorial about their sexual possessions and their sexual access. So men do not want that. Number 6, and I kind of talked about this before, he's very career focused, and he's very, very particular about how he spends his time. Look, I live a busy life. Right now, recording this, I probably have 100 texts I got to get to, probably 5-10 phone calls that have come in, and I don't have time to waste. I am not interested in casual dating. I am not interested in casual hookups because it's not a good use of my time. It's not beneficial for me. And ultimately, at the end of the day, me spending 2 hours talking to a woman is a serious, serious use of my time. And a man that respects his time, that is serious about his business, his career, the things that he's doing, he's living with purpose, those are guys that want to settle down. And you have to be very, very particular about how you approach these men. If you come at him looking to extract and draw him away from his purpose, he's not going to want to settle down with you. But if you come at him saying, hey, I want to help you achieve your goals of starting an orphanage, which is mine, or building this business, or creating all this success, or this lifestyle that you want, I want to help you, he's going to open up and find you as someone serious to settle down with. Those men that are very engaged in their purpose, that have some kind of bigger life goal, those men want to settle down. Because settling down with the woman that is going to benefit them is going to keep them away from all the distractions out there. It's going to keep them away from all the toxicity of relationships that are not necessarily meant for them, and it's going to allow them to build. If I had the right woman in my life right now that helped me in my household duties, that helped me nurture my future generation of my family, that was a partner to me, that was emotionally supportive, that could help me in certain tasks. And obviously, I give to her in a lot of ways as well. If I had that woman that did the things that I couldn't do as a man in the categories that I'm in and involved with, then I'm going to be way more successful. I'm going to accelerate my growth. Women have an amazing ability to come into a man's life and just make it go from 0 to 100. Like the right woman can make a man very successful in 6 months. I mean this. I mean this. As long as that man wants that success. You can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped. But if that man wants to get these goals and he has the right woman behind him, it's very, very, very powerful. Very powerful catalyst. Number 7, okay? Number 7. This is another one that's very important for settling down. A man that has a moral code, ethics, and values. And you know, a lot of men that are very religious want to settle down. Okay, religion in itself is a moral code, but there are also agnostic and atheistic men out there that have a moral code and they want to settle down. See, this is a calling for a man. This is a principle that he abides by, where he understands that he has to settle down and he has to be with a woman. Men that are Christian, that are Muslim, that are, Jewish, all these kinds of men, they have a value culturally and religiously where they need to settle down with a woman that is good for them. And if you fit in those categories and if you really align with those beliefs, you can find men that are very willing to settle down. I see a lot of women become very religious, typically towards their 30s, not only because they understand that their 20s and all the things that they've done were meaningless, but they start to realize that they want to meet men that are serious about settling down. And one of the easiest ways to find men that are ready to settle down is to look for men that are very religious. Look for men that are very, very tied in with a moral code and ethics, because that in itself causes them to forcibly move their hand to settle down. They believe in it. They have instilled value from a higher power, whatever they believe in, to settle down. The great place to find men that are serious about marriage and relationships are men that are very religious, men that are very tied with their code. There are men that are religious that will fool around and lie to you. I get that, but I'm talking about the men that are very serious and that truly believe this stuff. And last but not least, number 8, one of the biggest things that you can really look at if a man is ready to settle down, his values and his beliefs on family. How much does he care about his family? How involved is he with his family? Are his parents still together? Does he have a good relationship with his mother? Does he respect women? Does he have sisters that are getting married? Look at the people around him. Does he have a lot of single friends? Are his single friends in the process of settling down, or are his married friends happy in their marriage? Look at the amount of intention he has in his lifestyle about family. You want a man that cares about family. Big thing here. Ask him about his family, about his mother, about how often he goes home to see his dad. These are things that are going to tell you about how intentional he is about settling down. I'm going to tell you right now, my mom wants me to settle down. My mom wants me to have a family. And because I love my mom very much, I'm probably going to move on these beliefs at some point in time. And a lot of guys that have parents, their parents want them to settle down. Their parents want a legacy, grandchildren, so on and so forth. Their sisters want their brother to settle down. And they want their sisters to settle down, right? Because he values family. He values that closeness. He grew up in it. It was something that he was raised in and he's comfortable with, and he wants to start it for himself. It's a sense of power and joy for him. So if you're looking for men that want to settle down, definitely shoot me a DM. Definitely connect with me if you need a little bit more one-on-one help, because in this particular category, it really depends on where you live. It depends on your demographics. It depends on your lifestyle. It depends on your age. It depends on what you're looking for. And a lot of these generalistic videos can give you great guidelines of where to start, but they may not help you fulfill or land that guy that wants to settle down. So you're more than welcome to reach out to me in the comment section below. Guys, big shout out to K&D. If you're looking to settle down in Cleveland, Ohio in a nice apartment, I would definitely hit up K&D. They've got some amazing downtown apartments. They're a huge retailer. They have a lot of buildings down here, and they give you these amazing modern units for very much next to nothing. I'm very happy to be living in a K&D unit. I'm in this K&D penthouse right now. Shout out to them for allowing us to provide this content for you. And guys, thank you for spending time with me here today, for listening to this, whether you're driving to work, whether you're in bed, taking a shower. It means the world to me that you take time out of your day to listen to me, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Until next time, Sumi out.